Hi, and welcome to this mountain meditation. This is a practice, a part of the mindfulness-based stress reduction program, originally created by John Kabat-Zinn. So, across many cultures and traditions, mountains are seen as sacred places. They embody qualities of solidness, harmony, and stillness. In this meditation practice, we borrow these qualities and summon them within ourselves. It's best to do this meditation while seated upright, embodying a mountain-like posture. You can be seated on a cushion or on a chair, and just gently beginning to sense into the support you have from the surface beneath you. Feeling into the different points of contact. The upper body can be balanced over your hips and shoulders in a comfortable but alert posture. Hands on your lap or your knees. Arms hanging by their own weight like heavy curtains, stable and relaxed. Sensing into the body, feeling your feet, legs, hips, lower and upper body, arms, shoulders, neck, and head. And when you're ready, if you haven't already, gently allowing your eyes to close. Just bringing awareness to the breath, the actual physical sensations. Feeling each breath as it comes in and goes out. Allowing the breath to be just as it is, without trying to change it in any way. Letting it flow easily and naturally, with its own rhythm and own pace. Trusting and knowing that however you are breathing in this moment is enough, and there is nothing else for you to do. Allowing the body to be still, sitting with a sense of dignity, a sense of resolve, a sense of being complete, whole in this very moment, with your posture reflecting this sense of wholeness. As you sit here, beginning to bring to your mind's eye the most magnificent or beautiful mountain you know, have seen, or can imagine. And just allowing it to gradually come into greater focus. And even if it doesn't come as a visual image, feeling the presence of this mountain and noticing its overall shape, its lofty peak or peaks high in the sky, the large base rooted in the bedrock of the earth's crust, its steep or gently sloping sides. Now, noticing how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful, whether from afar or up close. Perhaps your mountain has snow blanketing its top and trees reaching down to the base. Maybe it has rugged sides. There may be streams and waterfalls cascading down the slopes. And maybe there's just one peak or a series of peaks with meadows and high lakes. Observing it, noting its qualities. And when you feel ready, seeing if you can bring the mountain into your own body. Sitting here so that your body and the mountain in your mind's eye become one. So that as you sit here, you share in the massiveness, the stillness and majesty of this mountain, and you become the mountain. Grounded in the sitting posture, your head becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of the body, and creating a panoramic view. Your shoulders and arms, the sides of the mountain. Your buttocks and legs are the solid base, rooted to your cushion or your chair. Experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis and spine. With each breath, as you continue sitting, becoming more like a breathing mountain, alive and vital, yet unwavering in your inner stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought, a centered, grounding, unmoving presence. As you sit here, becoming aware of the fact that as the sun travels across the sky, the light, shadows, and colors are changing virtually moment by moment in the mountain stillness. And the surface fills with life and activity. Streams, melting snow, waterfalls, plants, and wildlife. As the mountain sits, seeing and feeling how night follows day and day follows night. The bright, warming sun, followed by the cool night sky studded with stars, and the gradual dawning of a new day. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment, constantly changing, yet always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day, calmness abiding all change. In summer, there's no snow on the mountain, except perhaps for the very peaks or cliffs shielded from direct sunlight. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colors. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself covered in clouds or fog, or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a good day to see the mountain, that it's too cloudy or rainy or foggy or dark. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come and clouds may go. Tourists may like it or not. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by whether people see it or not. Seen or unseen in sun or clouds, broiling or frigid, day or night, it just sits, being itself. At times, visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. Through it all, the mountain remains and sits. Spring comes, trees leaf out, flowers bloom in the high meadows and slopes. Birds sing in the trees once again. Streams overflow with the waters of melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens on its surface, by the world of appearances, remaining its essential self. Through the seasons, the changing weather, the activity ebbing and flowing on its surface. In the same way, as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same central, unwavering stillness and groundedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives, over seconds, over hours, over years. In our lives and in our meditation practice, we constantly experience the changing nature of mind and body and of the outer world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, activity and inactivity, our moments of color and our moments of dullness. It's true that we experience storms of varying intensity and violence in the outer world and in our own minds. Buffeted by high winds, by cold and rain, we endure pain and darkness, as well as the moments of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can connect with its strength and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use its elemental energies to support us in encountering each moment with mindfulness, equanimity, and clarity. It may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather experienced by the mountain. Yet we tend to take it personally. But its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own lives does not need to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding it in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us and much more, if we can let it in. So if you find you resonate in some way with the strength and stability of the mountain in your sitting, It may be helpful to use it from time to time in your meditation practice to remind you of what it means to sit mindfully with resolve and wakefulness in true stillness. While the mountain may help us to feel more stable, it also reminds us that as humans, we are far more complex. We're more like a breathing, moving, and dancing mountain, sometimes firm and sometimes soft, gentle, and flowing. The invitation is to dwell in stillness as we face adversity, difficulties, and storms in our lives. Can we remain unwavering, solid, and non-reactive as we encounter the ebb and flow of our everyday lives? Taking a deep breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Whenever you're ready, opening your eyes.